I got him. I knew it. I told you so.
So the amount of people that are trying to crucify me is at an all-time high. And for the most part, it's over whether or not you can cure diabetes.
Let me get my camera out.
Ironic thing is, I'm not practicing medicine without a license. I'm doing the same thing that people like this guy is doing.
This point he made is actually kind of true. They're just both putting information on social media.
They are nutrition specialists and they are telling people what to eat.
I mean, this guy just says that he makes nutrition content, which is not illegal. I don't know Andy Fung well either, but I've seen some of his content before. He backs it up with a lot of peer-reviewed information.
I've been studying nutrition for over a decade.
Appeal to authority. I've been studying nutrition for over a decade. So have I, conveniently, 2 degrees and trying to get a 3rd one.
And for the last 3 years, I studied holistic medicine.
Holistic medicine is, I hate to be that guy, you know, but what is holistic medicine?
And through that studying, I have come to understand that everything I learned in school was false.
Okay, so he studied holistic medicine, assuming in a school setting, and then he said everything that he learned in that holistic medicine was false. Yeah. Is this not a head scratcher for you?
And I had to unlearn everything because your health is a business.
There are costs associated with doing literally anything. And I'm sure he's gonna say something about the funding of research. I wanna see him say something about the funding of research. Let's go.
And from a holistic standpoint, the body is interdependent, not externally dependent.
That was the most how to say nothing while saying something statement.
Now keep in mind, these people that go to school and get indoctrinated, like this gentleman right here flexing 4 of his degrees that he has, and also explaining to you that this is a very fun and friendly way to lose weight. This is the fastest way to destroy your gut microbiome.
Ah! Oh! All right, so we actually don't have that much research done on the microbiomes. It's still a very niche and very new field of research. There's a bunch of stuff that we do know, of course, but to say that these foods will destroy your gut microbiome, he cannot say that with 100% degree of certainty, and therefore should not be making that statement.
Now also keep in mind, this is our health secretary, and I'm supposed to take advice and listen to this person? Are you kidding me?
All right, that's not fair either. All right, don't judge a book by its cover. I'm way more jacked than both of you cunts. But I don't think you should take advice from me just because of the way I look. Listen, buddy, age hits all of us, and it's gonna hit you like a truck. I don't think that you should take advice from him because he looks youthful, because he is young, versus her, maybe because she has gained a couple pounds of weight and or has aged. That's it. She's aged. She's gone through a stressful life. Appearance does not dictate your knowledge base. Your appearance also does not dictate your level of health. For example, I look extremely healthy, and then all of a sudden, oh look, type 1 diabetic. Do I think I'm healthy? Yes, I absolutely do think I'm healthy, but at the same time, my pancreas doesn't work, and you wouldn't know that because of how I look. You need to know a lot of information about someone to know whether they are inherently healthy or not.
You show me the peer-to-peer studies, which you don't understand. 90%.
Also, they're called peer-reviewed studies, not peer-to-peer studies. When they ask you for a peer-reviewed study and you tell them you don't understand them, that's not you sharing them, that's you assuming you know their level of intelligence, which just should be a dead giveaway to most people that this is not a trustworthy source of information.
The peer-to-peer studies that are published underneath the umbrella of corporations that control your lives.
Aha! Aha! I got him! I got him. I knew it. I knew it. I told you so. I told you so. He thinks that research, because it is funded by someone else. Dude, do you live in a bubble? Like, how do you survive? Do you have to pay rent where you live? He lives in a shelter. It's probably his parents' home. And if it's not, it's the business that he's made over $700,000 through, which is also conveniently something he tells you like, oh, your health is a business, but he makes $700,000 through his business. He still makes money. He has to pay rent. These things have to happen. And just like that, research needs to be funded. You need to get these mice. You need to get the people required to do these studies. And in order to get people to join a study, how are you going to incentivize someone to join a study and to follow the protocol? You need money. Everything in this world requires money. Researchers are some of the most broke people on this planet. They are students. For anyone that goes, oh, research, the big pharma, big this, big that. Dude, these researchers are broke. When you try to discredit researchers and all of their life's work,
the dairy industry paid for it, or big sugar paid for it, big pharma.
That is so disrespectful because that is their life's work. They use all of that money, all of that funding to be able to do the research. That just shows a amazing, like a tremendous lack of context. And anyone that says that is so ignorant.
Is my due diligence, and I have found peer-to-peer studies under organizations that...
I'm sorry. I just can't listen to him continuously saying peer-to-peer studies, because that would insinuate that it is just a study done from me to you. And that's not it at all, because it's peer-reviewed, meaning someone, a peer, an expert also in that field, has reviewed the study and gone over all of the findings of the study and confirmed that the study is accurate. So he's done his due diligence under organizations that do not fall underneath this
quote-unquote umbrella, under this fictitious hierarchy that is meant to control you and treat your symptoms. And the things I have found have not only changed my life, but thousands of other people's lives.
All right, so now he's using anecdote. Nice.
And it's because a lot of these individuals have gone to the doctor and they are being prescribed things and they're being treated. They're not getting cured. And it's because your health is a business. And I actually source studies that have reversed type 1 and type 2 diabetes inside my web course.
He conveniently sources the studies that have shown reverses in type 1 and type 2 diabetes inside his web course that you have to pay for behind a paywall to get there. Convenient, because I also have spicy pictures on my OnlyFans that you'll only see if you subscribe to my OnlyFans.
So I have these idiots calling me a moron when I am backing up what I have said. More importantly, I have clients that I have worked with that I have helped reverse diabetes type 1 and type 2.
I'm gonna just say one thing. There's no testimonials to this, that he has helped anyone reverse type 1 or type 2 diabetes. And to give you a little anecdote, I also had a Chinese medicine doctor when I was about 17, 18 years old tell me that they've also done the same thing. And I just want you guys to know that I went through an excruciatingly challenging part of my life to go through this pseudoscientific process for 6 to 8 months, and them telling me, oh my God, it's gonna change your life. Not only did it make my diabetes management worse, it partially ruined my relationship with my parents, I mean temporarily. It definitely created a distrust for people and medical professionals, which is not good as someone who requires medical attention all the time. And I still have diabetes. So, and I went through it, you know, and they're like, oh, just keep going longer. And I said, well, that's convenient. While my parents are paying you $500 a month, just keep going. You never know, just keep going.
Of people telling me, you don't understand the difference, you're gonna kill people, da-da-da-da. I just want you to know I've been doing this for 3.5 years, and I have a perfect record. It's not that I've cured people, I have improved their condition so much more, if not reversed it entirely. I get messages like this every day, and most of their problems.
I need help, my husband is sick, his lungs are damaged, I would like to know if you can help him be healthy again, please help us. Victoria, who has 2 first names that are the exact same. And this just sounds like a fake email. I need to see you. On top of that, this email literally proves nothing. Like, yeah, I get those messages too. I also get messages that say, I need your OnlyFans link, and that thing doesn't exist. So what did we prove with these emails? These are requests. You didn't solve any problem. Problems happen. Medical conditions happen. Everybody has their own problem at some point in their life. That is life. This is just not right.
Problems are caused by the doctor.
How do you confirm that this was caused by a doctor? How is this problem caused by a doctor?
Oh, you're making it up. You had some. If you want to see how many people reach out for help, go ahead and join my Discord and you'll.
No one is trying to see how many people reach out. I mean, you have 1 million followers on social media. I'm sure a lot of people reach out. I have less than 100,000 total followers. I get people reaching out on the daily. On the daily, hundreds of people. I don't doubt that you have people reaching out, but that still doesn't credit your point.
You'll see the constant comments of people that need help. The pharmaceutical companies create the curriculums for you when you go to school. They are teaching
that's fundamentally incorrect.
You to prescribe medication. And all these doctors dressed up on TikTok, oh, I got a degree, you should listen to me, don't even realize that they're a part of the problem.
He's got a picture of Dr. Ids, bringing up Dr. Ids and saying that he's like, oh, I've got a degree, you should listen to me. He has never once said, he just shows you the research and lets you determine what you think is the correct or incorrect pathway of thinking. He might tell you what you shouldn't do because it's dangerous, like have your small child with type 1 diabetes listen to this man. That's dangerous. I've lived it. It's horrible.
The FDA chairman has openly admitted that they cannot control what they put in our foods and they can't control what is put in our medications. Now keep in mind,
I mean, the FDA does a great job of controlling what they put in your medication. I don't know the situation in which he says the FDA chairman admitted this, because maybe I'm not up to date on it. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. They can definitely control what goes into your medications. Companies make the medicine, sell it to you. You purchase it when you have XYZ symptoms. Doctors help treat symptoms. That is true. Doctors help treat symptoms. The way the medical industry works is, yes, they get paid more to see more patients. Doctors don't inherently make you ill on purpose. That would be idiotic.
over 80% of these medicines that are created underneath the umbrella
Also, he's using this fictitious umbrella terminology just to fearmonger you. He's literally creating a plot line out of nothing. I'm gonna put it out there right now. If you're already this far into my video and you still somewhat believe what he says, maybe you deserve to spend your money.
80% of them have a recall, at least one recall. Now what's
80% of them have a recall. No way, dude. You know what other industry has recalls? The automotive industry. Does that mean that they're making cars to hopefully get you in a car crash? No, they're making cars to push the boundaries on efficiency, on economics, on speed and power, on safety. And guess what happens when you push the envelope? Sometimes you make a mistake. That's called trial and error. You've tried things out, it did not work. You are now trying different things out with your clientele, and hopefully it works. That's what a recall is, dog.
If I were to make a product and it were to kill 6,000 people, I would probably go to prison and I would probably get a death sentence.
I would probably go to prison and I would probably get a death sentence. That is, again, really trying to go above and beyond to be super descriptive to make it seem bigger than life. But you only get the death sentence in like very small amount of places in the world, unless he lives in New York or Florida, and I don't even know if Texas still has it. But in Canada, we don't have that.
These corporations, and I work underneath that umbrella, and I create a product that kills, say maybe 60,000 plus individuals, but I profited over $12 billion. Everything gets washed under the board as long as I give them a percentage of what I made. And you sit here and wonder why these pharmaceutical companies apply for law immunity, meaning that if they kill people, you cannot prosecute them. Your health is a fucking business. They don't give a shit about you, they care about making money off of you. When they conduct these studies on medication versus the placebo, they actually cut these tests down from 4 to 6 weeks. And it's because the placebo actually is outperforming the medication. So you can demonize me all you want.
Tell me you've never read research without telling me you've never read research. This is hilarious.
I'm not gonna stop helping people. And when it comes to my university, I say all the health information is free, and when you go to it, you click the free preview, and that will give you all the information that you need to reverse any type of ailment.
Oh, that's crazy how we just jumped into a sales pitch, isn't it? It's funny how marketing works, huh?
Or at least improve your condition tenfold. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this video that was taken out of context. And it was
I don't believe it was.
Where I had spoken to a little girl at a farmer's market. Now,
Let's talk about that.
I'm waiting in line, and there was a little girl in front of me. And
which, by the way, you creep, why are you talking to small children and giving them advice? Where are their parents?
She had that little diabetes thing on her arm.
The little diabetes thing, not that little diabetes thing. Oh, the world would be such a bad place if we didn't have that little diabetes thing, that little thing that you just boop, scan with your phone and it tells you where your blood sugar is at so you know how much insulin or food to administer so you don't die. Pretty passionate about the topic.
Now, I want you to understand, she initiated the conversation because I'm always wearing a bunch of crystals, and she was complimenting me on my crystals. And when I had that conversation with her, it's in my nature to want to help people.
Okay, so she asked you about like some jewelry that it looked like you were wearing because she's, again, like 5 or 6 years old, like a very small child. That's what children do. They're curious. They ask you questions. And you decided to somehow formulate this into a sale of medical advice. Yeah. You can say it's out of context or whatever, but like that is what happened. It's very creepy. Like if I had a kid, I don't want my kid being talked to by some random stranger like that, especially not one wearing crystals. I'm sorry, look, don't judge a book by its cover. No, I'm a judge. I'm a judge. If you're wearing like crystals, cool. Yeah, you do you. If you just think it's like fashionable or whatever. But the idea behind the word that he loves using, indoctrinating, like that is you trying to indoctrinate her into your way of thinking. That is what I like to call evangelism, not education.
Yeah, I shouldn't have talked to nobody's kid like that, but at the same time, it's like...
No, yeah, you shouldn't have talked to them.
I'm like compelled to just help people like unconditionally. It's what I do.
Oh man, no, don't play the victim card. I just want to help people. So do I, but it doesn't mean I go up to every person that's morbidly obese and say, hey, that Pepsi you're having right now, bad news, buddy. I don't know their whole story. I only see a snippet of them in that moment. He only knows she has diabetes. Hell, people wear these things for shits and giggles now. I don't even know that they have diabetes because they're wearing this thing anymore.
And I apologize for it. I have a son coming
Terrible
soon,
apology.
and I just can't imagine a world where he would have to grow up with that type of indoctrination. I am all for everyone.
Like literally he is indoctrinating a child. This is crazy.
Their highest self, their best self, their most healthiest self, thriving. I am on your side. Now, I know my delivery, can be bad sometimes, but I also want you to understand that controlled aggression is actually necessary for men. It's necessary for men.
Wait. I honestly, for a moment there, I was like, all right, like, I'm all for people like trying to help. I'm all for people trying to converse and everyone has a space to think their own thoughts. And I was actually like giving him a second there, But now he's switching the topic to something else that's controversial. I think it's necessary for men. Men need to do X, Y, Z. Wow, now we're talking about gender identities. This guy's a expert in everything. Man, my editor's gonna have a fun time bleeping all that out.
To defend their families and to defend what they love and the people that they love. And technically, I'm in a position where I love everybody. Maybe, I get it. To fight with people, but at the end of the day, it's nothing more than love, because I want to see all of us thrive, and I want to see the system that's been created destroyed.
Buddy, tell me you want to see Dr. Ed's thrive. Just tell me. Tag me in a video. Let me know.
Because you are being farmed, whether you realize it or not. So look, demonize me if you want. I'm gonna
Again, I'm gonna go back to it. Do you pay rent? Do you pay a mortgage? Do you pay, like, all of these things, you are being farmed. The whole world is against you. It's this big scheme. Yes, that's how the world works, dude. Congrats, you figured it out. Somebody has to get the materials to build the home. Somebody has to put in the work to build the home. Somebody has to feed the body that puts in the work to build the home with the materials that were required to build the home. The doctor's office requires a building that needs to pay rent, that needs to pay the employees that take your appointments, that, help you along the way. All of these, the pharmacy, same thing. Like, dude, in what fairy tale land do these people live in? I was supposed to be at the gym 30 minutes ago. How would I go to the gym? With what car? With what transportation? I drive a Mercedes-Benz. They've had recalls all the time. BMW, recalls. All of these companies, recalls. But now, hey, if it's had a recall, don't drive it. It means it's terrible. It means they're trying to kill you. Michelin, trying to kill you.
Reason why my university and my business is thriving. I offer.
You can't call it a university. It's not actually a university. It's thriving though. Okay, so is my coaching business. And you and I clearly don't see eye to eye. It does not mean that because my coaching business is thriving or any of my other businesses are thriving, it does not mean that they're good. Inherently, it does not mean that they are good. And that's just something I have to live with. I'm never gonna go up to people and be like, I've helped thousands of people, and that's why you should listen to me. No, you should listen to me because I provide you the resources to educate yourself. Or don't listen to me. At the end of the day, yes, what I do is a business, and what you do is a business. To try to act like everyone is blind and not seeing that is like, it's immature, and you just look dumb, dude. Like you actually look stupid, like unintelligent. I am so willing to hear everyone's side of every story and really trying to understand everybody, but like, this is a new level.
Tons of free solutions, and there are things that you can pay for. And to all my affiliates,
$640,000, and he's trying to tell me that this is not a business? Yeah, all right, yeah, I'm done. This video is getting super long. Thank goodness I filmed it for YouTube. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys hit a thumbs up. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments down below. Subscribe if you're new, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Never again tag me in this guy's videos, because the amount of tags and or mentions and or sends, people love to send me stuff through DMs at Evidence Nutrition on Instagram and TikTok. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. But if you guys want me to review his actual program and pay for it and go through it, comment that down below. Let me know. If we get 10,000 likes on this video, I will actually do that hands down and go through the entire thing and review it. And I will see you guys in the next one.